Disclaimer. Please don't get mad at me. Top 10! Look, I know what you're thinking. Hey Jax, why are you gonna talk shit about Zelda? Why you hate?
Trust me, I freaking love The Legend of Zelda. It's one of my favorite franchises. And I never forget to collect merchandise based on Zelda whenever I get the chance. Look, I got the Zelda shirt, the Holy Bible itself, and oh, look, I got a little classic Link figure. He's got orange underwear. But of course, The Legend of Zelda has flaws. But in this case, some stupid shit. This list was pretty difficult to make, but I managed to come up with 10 stupid things that the Zelda games have done over the years. 11 if you count this. Welcome, my friends, to my top 10 stupid shit in Zelda. And please understand that I'm not doing this list to piss you off. These are actually more like nitpicks. But if you like Skyward Sword...
Number 10! Let's start with something that you all probably know. The water temple in Ocarina of Time is considered as one of the most annoying temples in the universe of Zelda. And I can see why people would think that, but I actually kinda like it. Sure, it can get obnoxious if you happen to screw up and have to raise the water level again or something like that, but the thing I find the most annoying is the constant switching with the iron boots. The water temple requires you to dive underwater, and during some segments you have to swim up to the surface, dive again, and then come up again. This means that you have to press start, go to your iron boots and equip or unequip them over and over again. This is pretty damn annoying. Also, they did fix this problem in the 3DS version, which was cool of them. Number 9! Now, I didn't really mind the Triforce shard quest at the near end of the Wind Waker. I think it's pretty fun, although I do wish they could have done something more exciting and interesting with it, like with the ghost ship. That was actually kinda interesting. It did have some backstory to it, but some shards were just found deep within the ocean that you had to grab with your grapple hook. Meh. But the one thing that made me a little irritated was that the most amazing Zelda character ever introduced to the world of gaming, this guy by the way, wanted you to pay him a really high amount of rupees in order to translate your Triforce shards, so you finally would be able to find the damn shards. You have to pay 398 rupees for one Triforce shard. Make that 8 shards and you have to pay a total of 3,184 rupees. For crying out loud, I saved you from jail, you bastard! The least you could do is pay me back by not making me pay. And yes, I know they changed all of this in the HD remake, but it's still stupid. Number 8! A Link to the Past. How I suck at thee. I personally think this game is okay, but I can honestly say it's because I suck at it. So yes, it is my fault. But that's not what we're gonna talk about. The big leap they made from the 8-bit Zelda games to A Link to the Past was huge, with upgraded gameplay, more mechanics, more ways to attack your enemies, and why the fuck can I only have one item at a time? Hello? Every time you wanted to equip another item, you had to press select, go to your item, equip it, and exit the screen. Sure, it doesn't take that long, but long enough for it to become a nitpick. And they could have easily changed this. I know it's not a big deal, but it kinda tickles my butt. A is for interacting with stuff, B is for your sword, Y is for your item, and X is for your map, and as far as I'm aware, the game doesn't even use the L and R buttons. So why not just move the map button to the L button and add an extra item slot for the X button? That would have been perfect! Heck, you could even use the R button for an additional item slot as well. So if they wanted to, they could have added 2 more item slots in this game. Like I said, I know it's not really that much big of a deal, but it's kinda itchy, you know. Number 7! I'm one of the few people who actually sort of, kind of, somewhat, relatively to a certain extent, liked the Phantom Hourglass. Some of the puzzles were pretty fun as well as the boss fights, and it was a nice little sequel to Wind Waker. But one thing that really bugged me is that you had to revisit the Temple of the Ocean King multiple times during the game. You had to go through the same obstacles every time, only to reach an expanded part of the temple itself. Maybe a little more challenging, but not really anything new. And most of the time, it was just frustrating. And the Spirit Tracks did the same thing with the Tower of Spirits. That's where I gave up. Number 6! And here we go. You all probably know that I don't really like Skyward Sword. And I have my reasons. Here's one of them. After 25 years, Nintendo added something that they never should have added in a Zelda game. a fucking stamina bar. Now you might think that you actually have the ability to sprint and also climb faster thanks to it, but in all honesty, it makes you think it's convenient. But whenever you're out of stamina, you immediately feel that you're going real slow and just wish the stamina bar would just refill already. A lot of games have a sprinting meter, and whenever it's empty, you just sit there and wait in frustration as it fills up again, because you just wanna go. This is how fast you've been running since Ocarina of Time, and now it feels like a goddamn chore whenever you wait for the stamina bar to fill up again. It's an illusion, as most would say. An illusion that not only Skyward Sword is a victim of. Number 5!
I don't have to say anything. You already know what it is, and I'm pretty sure you are agreeing with me. It's pretty stupid.
Number 4! Sometimes the Zelda games just loves to hold your hand throughout the game, and during very rare occasions that's very much appreciated, but sometimes it's not. Navi from Ocarina of Time has become a worldwide phenomenon for being so annoying with her "Hey, listen! Hey, listen!" And she's been known for her obnoxiousness ever since 1998. But then we got Fi. This goddamn character is holding your hand as if she wouldn't let you take a shit in peace. Every time there is something, and it's either something you already know or something completely unimportant. And it doesn't help that she is the most boring and emotionless companion ever. Sure, Navi was a little annoying, but at least she had a personality, and Midna was just downright awesome, and the King of Red Lions was, well, a boat. But Fi? No. Number 3! Sort of related to the whole holding your hand thing, but doesn't it just get so damn annoying when you boot up your save file, grab a rupee from the ground and having it do the animation where it says you found something, only having it explaining to you that you found one goddamn rupee. Not just for one rupee, but for every kind of rupee from 5 and up. It would have been acceptable if this happened just once when you first start a new save file, but no, every time you boot up the game and play on the same save file, it will introduce the rupees to you as if you've never seen one before. What the hell? They did this in Twilight Princess, and it was stupid. Number 2! Even if I gave this game some shit just a second ago, I still freaking love Twilight Princess. I love everything about it, except for the wolf segments and the beginning, and the rupee thing. If you combine the beginning with the wolf segments, you get... The Tears of Light are something you need to collect as a wolf in order to return back to normal and finally enter the dungeon you want to enter. And you have to do this 3 times? All the tears are scattered around a certain area, and sometimes it's quite a bitch to try and find them. Especially the 3rd time. But after all this, the game is amazing. But it's still stupid. Number 1! The motion controls in Skyward Sword...
Wait. Just listen to what I have to say. What I'm trying to explain is not what you think it is. Okay.
If I had to choose one thing that made me dislike Skyward Sword, then it must have been the motion controls. They just didn't work for me. Not just in the sense that they didn't respond well enough, it's just that they were just awkward. And that pissed a lot of people off, including me. Yes, I am aware that about half the people who played this game had absolutely no troubles with the controls whatsoever. And yes, I do believe them, but that's not the problem. The problem is the fact that the other half of the people who bought this game had problems with non-responding controls and just had a bad experience because of it until they ended up hating the game. This fact itself, from a business standpoint as well as a choice in game design, is pretty unacceptable. Of course some people were going to hate it, and I don't blame them. But like I said, some people didn't experience any problems with it, but that still doesn't change the fact that risking this game's reputation for a control scheme that pretty much didn't work for most people. It's bad. Some people love Skyward Sword and others hate it, and in my case, I really wanted to like this game, but I just couldn't.
And there you have it, my top 10 stupid shit in Zelda. If you hate me by now, well, excuse me! Like I said before, I didn't do this list so you could hate me. I just wanted to see if I could find some problems with these games. And I at least hope you can understand why I'm nitpicking on them. Even if you disagree with me. But then again, why didn't I just call it the top 10 nitpicks in Zelda? Nah, stupid shit sounds funnier.
Hey guys, did you like this video? I must have pissed a lot of people off, but hey, it was not intentional. I respect all of your opinions. And don't be afraid of posting some of your Zelda nitpicks in the comments below. And also don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Facebook and Twitter, as I'll be posting news, updates and other random shit. And you can also go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I do live streams at times. Okay, thanks, I love you, bye!
Yum, 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 yum. Eat it. Eat it.
Fine, you whore!